we've kind of been working together a year or more.
Okay, so you have a good rapport. And so what are we schooling? What kind of our strengths and weaknesses? What level?
I would say borderline first.
Okay.
I have he falls in on his lap, which is been my fault. I rode in the wrong size saddle for probably 5 or 6 years and really screwed my hips up. And I have a real hard time using my left leg.
Okay.
And so he takes advantage of that, which I don't blame. And a lot of times I have a hard time getting him off my left leg.
Okay.
So, but I'll let him watch and see what you do.
Okay, very good. So I try not to reinvent the wheel too much in the first 5 minutes. I'm really not good at shutting up, so I might start to interject some comments. But can you just give me a little bit of your normal warm-up? You normally start with lateral and walk, a little bit of trot work, you canter early. What's your normal plan?
I usually walk and do like circles like this.
Okay.
And we walk. And then from there we would move on to trot. We do circles like that.
Okay.
He can be a little spooky about the indoors and stuff in here.
Okay.
So sometimes we have to get pushed by those.
Yeah. And why do we do the circles? I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm asking what is your
I
purpose?
feel like it helps to really get him loosened up and get the inside hind leg coming under better.
Okay.
He had stifle surgery as a weanling, and I sometimes feel think that maybe a little bit sticky in the stifle.
Okay. So the goal of the circles is to loosen up the hind end?
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
And get him loose in the body in general.
Where do you feel he holds his tension?
I'm not sure how to define it exactly.
Okay.
When it comes to an oh my God situation, the first thing he does is scratch his block. That's his go-to, oh my God, I'm going, let's go out that way.
So I have a way to figure out where the tension is hiding. So
Okay.
if you'll entertain me,
Okay.
we're gonna move body parts independently to just gather data. It's not like, oh my gosh, I can't do it. Don't worry about it. So
Okay.
you're gonna ask questions and see what he gives you. So walk generally just around the arena in one direction. Pick a direction, doesn't matter. Okay. I would like you to just keep walking, generally speaking, straight and make left flexion. Okay, thank you. Go ahead and keep straight. And now I'd like you to make right flexion. Okay, make a note to yourself. Great. Now I'd like you to flex the whole neck from the base of the shoulders to the left. And now I'd like you to flex the whole neck from the base of the shoulders to the right. Yes, that is what I'm doing. Yep. Okay. Now I'd like you to be straight. Relax. Now I'd like you to move the shoulders to the inside of the arena. Okay. Go ahead straight again. And eventually I'd like you to move the shoulders to the outside. Obviously you have a weird turn coming up, so that makes it a little harder. Move the shoulders towards the outside. Okay. Thanks. Now I'd like you to go straight. Now I'd like you to use your inside leg to ask the ribs to move out. Great. Now I'd like you to use your right leg to ask the ribs to move in. Make a mental note. Okay. And then relax it. And then I'd like you to reach back with your outside leg to move the haunches in. Wherever you like is fine. Whenever you feel you have an appropriate spot to try it. It's okay to have a reference. rotate the haunches to the outside of the same thing. Okay. That's it. That's the end of my plan. I lied, 2 more things. Put your weight in your inside butt cheek. See what he does. And now put your weight in your outside butt cheek and see what he does. That's the whole thing. All right. So now you tell me where you found the stiffness. I don't know where we were. Oh, something fell from the rafters?
That's good, yes. Parts,
Okay.
pieces of, you can't stop here. I still feel it's the left side.
No, that's too vague for me. So let's start at the beginning. How was the left flexion?
I think the left leg is not bad. It's
Okay. So, but we've got a whole bunch of pieces. So give me a good or a bad on each. Good or bad, those are our options. Left flexion.
bad.
I thought it was pretty good. Right flexion.
Good.
I was the opposite.
Okay.
Left flexion was good, right flexion was bad. So do it again and let's see. So flex left and see what you get. Flex right and see what you get. Right? See how he's like all wiggly and falling on the leg? He can't hold the line and turn his neck. He's drifting. So that's why I didn't like the right flexion. Now flex him left. See how he flexes easily and he collapses his body to the right and he folds his neck super? So I think the left flexion is much easier for him than the right flexion. Okay, so now how about the base of the neck? It was the same, was it not? He has an easy time hollowing left. He has a hard time hollowing right. Now what you might be feeling is that the left side of his body has trouble expanding. So we talk about hollow side, and hollow side would be the side where they compress, and then the expanded side is the side that they have to stretch. So in order for him to bend right, he has to.
I'm getting some static in this.
We can turn down the volume a little.
Okay, because it's like going in my ear. I was just like, oh. It's hard to concentrate. Yes.
Yeah, okay. Less screaming?
Okay.
Okay. All right, so when you flex, when you bend right, the outside of the body has to expand and stretch.
Yes.
So,
And I feel that it does. You don't think it doesn't? Maybe, see, that's where I have a different perspective. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're doing. Yeah.
so we might go, our horse doesn't bend left, but maybe they can't stretch right,
Okay.
or vice versa.
Okay.
So sometimes like, why are they hanging on this thing?
Yes.
But it's
hangs
not
on the
that they're
left.
hanging here, it's that they're stuck here.
Okay.
Because when you have a stiff neck and you do this, you're not or going like this, trying to hold your chin down. You're trying to stretch the side of your body. And simultaneously, they're the same. Your face and neck are the same. So what I'm seeing is that when you ask him to come through this way, he's a little bit reluctant. I'm not saying that this is the issue. I'm saying that this could be the issue or this could be the issue. So we might just be defining the same things differently.
Okay.
So I'm seeing that he comes this way.
Yes, and then he falls this way.
This area where the shot can go hollows very easily, which we want.
Okay.
We want the inside of the neck to get floppy here and hollow here, both directions. And when he goes this way, I feel like he pulls onto himself a little up through here. And it doesn't quite relax in here the same. Now if I go to the shift his weight over, now see how this got softer?
Yeah.
That's where I feel like he struggles. He doesn't take the weight over to that left front. He kind of pulls here a little bit. And he stands on this right hoof. And he's like, here's my neck, Mom. Instead of relaxing into it.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. How did the shoulders move left and right? Good or bad?
See, in my head, I'm so sure that it's always, I can't get him to come left. So to me, I'm always thinking, because I always think he comes off my right leg so much easier.
But that's the thing. We're not looking at the whole thing. We're looking for the segment where the issue is. because it's not the whole bend that's broken, it's a piece of the bend, and that's what we have to create exercises around to get
Okay.
to address.
Okay.
So he turns his neck to the left hind. Like, dumb this down to literal instead of advanced dressage feeling. So dumbing it down, he will turn his nose to the left. He gets a little sticky turning his nose to the right. He will turn his neck to the left. He gets a little sticky turning his nose to the right.
Okay.
I thought he moved his shoulders both left and right with ease.
Okay.
I thought he moved his ribs both left and right with ease.
Okay.
I thought he moved his haunches right with ease, and left was really hard.
Okay.
He slowed down the tempo.
Yes.
Did you feel that?
Yes.
Okay. So do we agree with what I saw and what you felt, or you're still not quite agreeing with the front end? It's okay if you don't agree with me.
No, I think in my thoughts, I'm so positive that it's hard to get him off my left leg, and it's hard to get him to give to the left. Because it has been, and that's what's in my head.
Okay.
So it's not that I'm arguing, it's that I'm like so ingrained that I feel that that's what I think. And you're telling me that it's probably coming from someplace else, which is great.
We can have a new problem.
Tell me how to fix
Beat
it.
my head against a different wall.
Yeah, there you go.
So the pendulum of learning goes like this.
Uh-huh.
You might have swung all the way this way, and you might now be swinging back this way.
Okay.
You might have done so much homework on, I gotta fix this problem, but now you gotta work a little on this end of the problem. And eventually, we're gonna settle into that middle, and everything will be in our sweet spot. So let's work on the things that, for me, what I saw when I broke down, oh, and he followed your body very well.
Okay.
So we're gonna use the things he does well to encourage the things that are harder for him.
Okay.
For example, he thinks that if he turns his neck right, he has to collapse over. What he does well is follow your seafood. So if he's going, oh, Mom, it's so hard, shift your weight out to your left hip, and he goes, oh. Well, now it's easier because this isn't weight bearing.
Yeah.
Whatever a horse is standing on, they can't move.
Yeah.
If I'm, hi, Daniel. Sure. Okay. Can you kick me in the left leg and make my leg go that way? Can you make this leg move, please? Please push me, shove me, whatever. I need this leg to go forward. Okay. Now, can you make my left leg go that way, please? Which was easier.
Well, yeah.
So,
When it's all
so many times as riders, we're like, move over when it's on the ground.
Okay.
They can't.
Sure.
So we have to time, like, I can't bend, Mom, I can't bend, I'm stuck. Okay, stand over here now, can you hold me? Oh yeah, you can do it.
No.
I can't hold on to that. Oh, that's easier. I can't do it, Mom. So take your weight over here and say, keep on now, can you hold? And you probably will.
So take my weight to the outside, and he should bend right easy. Okay. I just want to simplify it.
Yes.
In my head.
Am I not allowed to have this flag anymore?
Get there. No.
Jason, there's other chairs. There's no warm.
That is, all of our cats here are very kind. And they're all neutered and spayed. Yeah, they're all healthy.
Perfect.
Yes, they're not, it's nice. And fed.
So you feel you got a moment of resistance, but mostly good. So now do you feel how you're lifting your inner rein to get the neck to soften? I like you to bring it from your shoulder, and the top of the shaft of your hand should always match the line of your waist. So you know that you have a straight line from the elbow or a rein to the hip. We don't want to break that line into an angle. You want to keep the line the same. Now you have permission to move down the line or up the line as far or as little as you need to, but you stay on that path.
Okay.
And as you come back, turn your shoulder. There. But turn your shoulder slowly deeper.
Oh.
Good. Now smooth back to straight. So you want to have this motion to feel really fluid. When you ask them to come through, you don't want to have a moment of against each other. You want to keep pulling that string and having it just come a little there. I know all about it. Lovely. Okay, carry on. So make sure that the line of the hand follows the path that you'd like the foot to move on. There, and feel him shift out onto that other shoulder.
Yes.
Good job. So I actually think he's quite supple in his body. And if we just use a little bit of, oh, good job with your right leg. A little bit of awareness of where you are, he's going to give you what you asked for.
Okay.
And so we just have to go, he's a little stuck here. I wonder if and then shift, and then see if he gives you a better response. Because so far the answer is absolutely yes, Mom. Okay, so that fixed that entirely. Does he now feel loose on the right? Right?
Sorry?
He feels loose on the right now, yeah?
Yes.
Great. So we fixed it. Check the box, move on. So now the only other thing that he was a little sticky was the haunches in. So we're going to go to the left because the haunches in with the butt to the left was sticky. Now, I'm going to again put money on he's the goodest boy. And if we get you to open up, then everything will be fine. So my guess, why does a horse slow? Many reasons, but the one I'm going to go with is probably your seat stops swinging. Because what do we have to do to make the haunches go in? We have to stretch our pelvis. We have to reach back with our right leg and open that right hip. Can I have my pants, please? Thank you. Okay, so look here for a second. So to reach back the haunches in, we have to stretch through the front of our hip flexor while keeping our butt cheeks loose and sitting down. We're going to want to do this, or this, or so many weird contortion, or we're going to go.
Yeah.
And guess what? Now I'm squeezing my butt cheeks. Now I'm not swinging my hips anymore. I'm not loose.
Yeah.
And if I'm not following the walk, they're going to start to go.
Yeah.
So, and cover your feet. Yep. Feet on the skirt. Run this up. And move you. We're just doing 10. Hi, baby. Relax. Just like your weight settle on this. Okay. Don't fight. No. Okay. You just go. And we're going to keep that. Feel good through your hip?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Breath. Nice, Papa.
Nice range of motion.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I am relaxed.
I got stuck on my sidewalk.
She doesn't have tight muscles.
Pretty limber, Kathy.
Yes, she is. Ooh, that one's really good. You get totally parallel. Yeah, fantastic. That's great. Okay. Carry on. You're a limber.
She's a limber.
Yeah. Her left leg just went.
Wow, that's really
Okay.
nice.
All right, so just remember to keep your hips swinging with the walk when you twist your right hip back so that haunches in. Whenever you're ready, you can do haunches in. I don't care where you put it. That's right. Good. Follow mechanics with the walk with your arms too. Follow, follow. There, feel his walk get bigger. Follow the bit. Follow the bit. There you go. Reach your thigh back, not just your foot. That's better. Now poke him with both spurs and say, walk on, buddy. And now swing your hips. Follow the bridle. Elbows moving. Elbows moving. Elbows giving. Elbows giving. There. So I want you to pump your arms a little at him. His haunches are indeed in, but you're still a little bit upright and posed in your body. I want you to be ugly. I want you to be sloppy. I want you to sit loose, curl over. There you go. There. And now just settle back onto your bum. And now pump those arms. Look at me. Move them, move them, move them. There. Now ride your haunches in with those big loose arms. That's a walk. Good. And then poke them a little with the left leg and say, keep walking to that big bridle. Move the arms. Feel they freeze? There's your arms. That's your walk. So your sticking was actually in your shoulders and in your hands and the haunches in. You froze your arms and then he's like, oh, but mom's staying still so I shouldn't move my neck so much. Hands down slightly. That's it. There's your walk. Great. Okay, I'm super happy with all that. Let's go try. You good?
Yes, you say try?
Yeah, let's do it. Normal warm-up, okay? Right leg a little forward, relax it. Good. Unless you want his butt to go in when you do your trot transition, you got to keep the legs neutral, thicker. Good, lovely gait. Big and swingy. He's super. Okay, you're overriding the inside neck.
I'm what?
Overriding the inside of the neck, which is putting him a little bit too weak. Try to float your left hand softer and encourage him to come up by carrying your chest more up. He looks really squishy and soft and relaxed, but he is tending towards the forehand, and the last thing I want you to do is grab the bit and yank him up. I need you to ride you more up and keep the front soft. There! Feel your chest lift and the shoulders came up 3 inches? Now he went back down and your habit was this. You've got to put those hands down on the saddle, put your pinkies on the D-ring, and the only way you're going to bring him up is inch by inch from your calf, okay? And I know it'll feel like it's harder to make. There, look at you. I'll put that right hand back down, please. And you're over-flexing his neck. Leave the inside of his neck longer. There. You want to leave that inside rein soft so he has space to come up. Can you ride a straight line somewhere? Yep, you're not stuck on the circle. There, that's a better frame. Good. Lift your chest, keep your left hand down. Flat straight. There you go. Straight down the long side, you're over-flexing his neck still. You need your right elbow and you need to stretch your boobs up. On the rail, please. There you go. Now, engage your right, stay straight. We're just riding laps around the edge for me, okay? I need you to lock your right shoulder blade back and down into your spine. That's pretty. Keep them, no, too much bend. Drop, put your right hand down. Drop your right elbow heavy and low. That's your horse. Now, soften your left rein forward. Reach up towards the bit. Right, yeah, good. But the bit is down. The bit isn't by his ears. So everything follows towards where the bit is. Just a quick flick of the rein towards the bit on the left. Release your elbow. There you go. Good. And now up on your right shoulder blade, up on that right rein. Lift them from your right calf. There. That's your frame. That's your frame. That's gorgeous. Now there he fell down, both calves. Hands low. Hands low. Yes. Straighter on the right. Good job. And then the little calf says up here, buddy. Hands down. Shoulders up. Seat heavy, ankle bones on. Yes, good boy. Good boy, change direction when you can. Good job on your right rein. Now you've got your right shoulder blade engaged. Good riding. Good. Open up your backs, leave your lats together. Good. And then a tickle with your right spur to remind him that he has to bend past those barrels, which we've got in everybody today. Your inside leg is pulled too far back. Let your right foot kick towards the girth a little bit. Are we in shoulder 4 or are we straight? I don't care, but we better have the same plan as each other. If you told him straight and he's in shoulder 4, that doesn't help. Make your corners happen. He kind of dove on that right front. So guess what happened in our walk, in our warm-up? Guess what's happening now in the trot? Your weight is to the right, and that is making him fall on his right shoulder through the turns. Step on your left foot, left stirrup, before you start a corner. Weight your left seat bone, left stirrup. Excellent. And that's going to help you lighten his right side so he can bend. You don't hear me? At all?
Yeah, well, there I just did.
Okay. All right.
So I had lost you there for about
Brief break. So what happens here is, granted there's a camera to observe, but he went
okay.
just a little there.
Because I was too much to the right.
Okay. So you take your weight,
Okay.
drop it onto that hip,
Okay.
and think step down into the stirrup,
Okay.
which will pull this socket apart,
Okay.
and that'll sink this hip bone down into the saddle.
Okay.
You can also think about anchoring this elbow down. Feel it, yeah. Feel how it lengthened through here. Deepening this will deepen your hip, and everything will sink on this side, which will put his weight over his left side legs. We want him to carry over the outside so the inside can sweep through on our turns.
Okay.
You mentioned in the beginning, sometimes you'd like the inside high more under. So if he's standing here, that lets this leg develop through. Okay, carry up. Good. Shift. Yes. And now I'd like you to ride a 10-meter circle in every corner for me because I'm not quite thrilled with these corners. Feel how he's leaning on your right spur and he's looky. Move your right rein, get that right jaw. There. Feel how he's falling on the inner shoulder? Make it a 12-meter circle for me. Stay on that circle. And now think leg yield out. Leg yield out with bend. There. Opening outside rein. That's where I want the balance. Good job. Next corner. Opening outside rein. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Not bad. Dove in the last 2 strides right before you straightened. Opening outside rein. Think on your outside hip. Better. 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 Good job. Good job. Next time you can go straight. Good job. Feel now how he's sweeping that hind under you better? Super. Straight ahead. Very good. Same plan in this corner. When you go, oh, that's a supple horse, you can move on. If you need to stay here, stay here. Because I like to look or to be pet in this corner. So it started a little bit late. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. Start early, then press sideways. Yes. So see how you turned like 1 meter before the corner so that then you could shove them out into the corner? Nobody even has to know that you do it. But you're gonna turn like you're gonna be 1 meter off the rainbow cone or the rainbow pole, and then it'll shove you into the rainbow pole. That's very good. Now he's in a much better balance. Okay.
I'm really trying to focus on keeping my weight.
You're doing a great job. So now we're gonna ride a whole lap with just normal corners, unless the corners go to hell in a handbasket. That was beautiful. If you get in there and you go, that wasn't up to my standards, by all means add a circle. If everything feels dandy, carry on. You're doing a great job. Right knee keeps the shoulder a little out. Yes, feel the difference? Good for you. Good boy. After this corner, if you're happy, walk and take a break. Walk and take a break if you're happy. Yep. Head on your boy. Good boy, give him love. Good boy, buddy. Oh, that's not very enthusiastic loving.
He knows I'm right.
Do you have any questions so far?
No.
Okay.
I'm just trying to focus, and I'm hearing you, I'm focusing, and I'm like, okay, stay aloft. Keep your hands down, I used to ride saddle race.
Oh, yeah. I grew up on the Arab circuit.
Did you?
Yeah. Okay. You like him a little spicy. Spicy and smart.
And this horse to me is very lazy.
Yeah, he's the opposite end of the spectrum. He's not behind you, but if I go like this, yeah, that big bone, Mom. Okay, so you said you were very focused, and I agree, and it was paying off. Tell me what you were focused on in a very concise manner. Come on in. Yep, good. So that when I'm not here, you have this
Left.
seat
Kind
belt.
of stay over here a little bit more,
Yeah.
especially tracking this way.
Yeah.
Try to keep my hands down, but that's real hard.
Okay. Do you understand mechanically why lowering the hands is better? In this horse, not all horses, this horse.
Oh, no, not really.
Okay. So it's a fulcrum. If you bring the hand up, the fulcrum pushes down.
Well, yeah, I know that. I worked with about horses that were high-headed, but if you did this, they went down. But I don't get quite that.
So,
But I do understand.
but it holds true. And he wants to be a little bit heavy on the front and a little too low in the front. And he doesn't need to be, but he gets you a little here,
Yes.
and then your reaction is starting here.
Yeah.
So instead,
Okay.
put that down,
Yeah.
roll that back, sit this back,
Okay.
and then close this to say, come on shoulders, let's go up.
Okay.
Because if you start from here, it's gonna actually curl
Okay.
deeper behind it. So everything for me is understanding the why on the biomechanics. Because I can tell you put your hands down, but unless you understand the why.
And I very much appreciate
Yeah.
that because it makes me work much harder I know why I'm doing it.
Yes.
To just do it, I'm like, yeah.
I
but
can
to know
pass on the
why?
responsibility.
Yeah.
And then you'll know on the next course,
No.
if you need them to put the freaking head down, you can raise your hand
Yeah,
up.
right. Yep.
So it works both ways, and the same with using your seat, the same with breaking down the bend. I'm trying to give everybody tools so that they get it and they can identify it on their own, so that if they're on a different horse or later on down the road, their horse, I don't know, say he's chiropractically out and he's sore on one side and he switches the problem to the other side. You don't want to keep drilling it because that's how it was last week. You want to ride the horse that's underneath you in this moment.
Yeah.
And so that allows you to understand the whys and the hows so you can reevaluate the plan.
Okay.
Let's canter.
Let's canter?
Yeah. Walking on, buddy. That's behind your mom's leg. Yeah. Who are talking? All right. So trot canters, walk canters. What's the plan? Okay. Excellent. He needs more thrust behind on that transition, but this is better now. That's beautiful. Beautiful. Your brain on fire? Okay, so he's soft and round on his transitions. He's got you, good with your elbows. It took you a moment to find your sweet spot, define where your turns are, define where his bend is. He's choosing just a vague version of a corner, which is a theme here so far, that riding in a big open space, we don't really define our turns and our straightness and where one begins and one ends. This is my corner, you will bend, you will step into it, this is a straight line, this is a corner. Thank you, buddy. And now take, yeah, it's hard. It's gonna surprise you at a horse show. Now tickle the right rein there because he's wanting to drop onto his right front. So very gingerly step his balance out over his outside shoulder. Can you stand on your left front foot, sir, which will require you flexing right. Stand on your left front foot so that your right shoulder becomes light and lift. I need him to flex to the inside, please. Flex your horse inward and do not let him look out ever again. Okay? Now you have permission to slightly pick up on your right hand. Thank you. Now keep his nose there. Don't let him shift it. So you're going to create a wall with your right rein and say, I'm sorry, but you can't look left because my right hand is preventing the twisting to the left. He's looking left again. I really would love for me to say, oh my gosh, you're flexing too far to the right. Please stop doing that. Change the problem for me. Thank you. Now don't let it change on this corner where he tries to con you. That's it. Good job. So you need a stronger supportive wall on your inside that says changing your flexion is there, 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 there. Yay, now she's riding. Good. You just simply took away his choice. And he went, well, that feels uncomfortable. I guess I'll just lay it. This is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Step out, buddy. Good. And then down to trot and change direction. Let's canter for a moment on the other side. Inside leg, up in the shoulders. Good. Lift him from your ankle bones. Choose what flexion we're in or if we're straight. Don't be vague somewhere. Okay, fine. Okay, that's all I ask. Oh, we're gonna have a talk about that then in a moment. Trot forward. It's one of my pet peeves. That's a beautiful trot. We love this trot. The cadence is excellent. Whenever you're ready, you can canter on this side. You have responsibility over his balance and his shoulders once he goes, okay? Beautiful trot. Fine. Buddy, you can't crash on my inside. I'm sorry. You have to carry over your outside set of legs, both directions. Better. Uh-huh. Mom, I'm doing a shoulder 4. You're like, no, you're not. You're following your inside front. It's different. Shoulder 4 requires you taking more weight over your inside hind and bringing it under the center of your body. That's just leaning, buddy. Good for you. You said really want, there's a straight horse. That's it. Good. I'm sorry, mommy's wall is there. You can't just crash into my left hand. It's not moving on your behalf. Good job. Good job. Yes? Yes. Yes. And please. Good job. Now that's an appropriate shoulder 4. There is inside hinds under. He's soft in the inside jaw. Your choice or his? Good catch.
No, that was not my choice.
Okay. If it's your choice, you're always allowed breaks. If it's their choice, then they always have to go back into it.
Good. Now find the falling mechanics of your seat. You don't need to swing bigger, but you need to be allowed to sit onto his back. He's making you catch air now, now, now. You feel the little lift of your pelvis? So stretch into your lower back and anchor so that you stretch the front of your pelvis and you anchor down, 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 outside seat bone, outside seat bone, outside seat bone, batter, batter. Good. Downward transition on your terms. Ride that trot beautifully forward afterwards. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. A little more. Yes. Good for you. Good. And then you sit and soften into walk. We talked about it. And please. Good job. Walking on your terms. That's lovely. Good boy. Ride the walk 10 strides. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You may take a break. Good job. So, a lot of my riding is just so laser focused and defined. Things like that with your downward transition, where you're like, I'm going to ride the walk after. It just staying in good habits really makes a difference. And it's very easy on our own to just get a little bit lost in our focus of what we expect. And you got really clear with them there. You totally rose to the occasion. When your canters started, they were still beautiful canters. They were just a little bit tipping to the inside, both directions. And then when you just decided, no, I'm a wall and you can't go through, he's like, oh, okay. You want me light in my inside 4 so I can come up more on my shoulders? Sure. And then you're like, hey, I'm allowed to sit here in my hips. He's like, yeah, you are. Okay, I'll swing with your seat instead of lifting you out of the saddle. Carry more on my hindquarters. And it was absolutely stunning. No problems with that. Do you have questions? Okay.
No, I just have